Testing, testing. Okay, so we should be set. Hello to everybody watching. This is Zenith Online Racing from Italy, round 15. As you may notice, Packer is not here, so I, Camden, will be running the show today, doing this solo. So we'll see how this goes. This will be an interesting to this. So let's see who is about to begin a lap. We have Scabney right now on a lap. Let's go and find somebody who is just about to begin their lap. Let's go with Lit Romney right now. Lit Romney just about to begin his flying lap. Italy, obviously a very fast track, so we'll start right now. Heading down the front straight, DRS is open. One of the fastest straights in Formula 1. Into turns 1 and 2, one of the heaviest braking points on the track. Coming out of turn 2, good acceleration from Lit Romney as he heads into turn 3. Now there are 2 DRS straights on the track. This is not one of them. Heading into turns 4 and 5, this is very easy to invalidate. You got to make sure that you keep all 4 wheels on the track, as he does. Looks like Scabney puts up a fast time. Night Monkey just put up a faster one. Heading into turns 6 and 7. And out onto the second DRS straight. He is in Sector 2 right now. Just finishing up Sector 2, about to enter Ascari and Sector 3. Ascari, one of the most difficult parts of the track to get down. Very easy to invalidate. He does a fantastic job. That was turns 8, 9, and 10. On to the second final straight. No DRS here, but there will be DRS on the next straight, which will be the front straight. Into Parabolica, turn 11. One of the most crucial corners right here. Good acceleration, and coming to the line, Lit Romney will put up a 1:21.103. That is not a bad first time. It looks like we have a dry race all the way through, so looks like we won't have any wrenches. Anything getting screwed up here as Puff puts up a 1:19.79. That is the fastest so far, and we saw some 1:19s on Monday. I can assure that we'll see a lot of 1:19s. Looks like Sam put up a 1:19.95, so he is the second guy in the 1:19s. And Sam, pretty good at qualifying. Hasn't gotten the podium finishes as of late, but he always starts up front, and I think at a track like this, he can definitely contend. So let's go through the standings right now while we have the chance. So at the top of the board is Maverick. He has 205 points, and he has really pulled away from Scabney with 150 points. He is in second, and the thing with Scabney, as Puff just invalidated, is that Scabney has not scored a single point since Britain. So he definitely needs to get back into the points column to try and catch up with Maverick, but it is now a 55-point gap. Third place is Puff. He has 131 points. Just 19 points back from Scabney, so he has really gained ground on second place, and as of late, Puff, he's been very close to winning races, just has been finishing second and just hasn't been able to get it done, so he's been getting a lot of points and has been doing really well. Bega, his teammate, is in fourth with 129 points. That is a really tough battle between those two for third in points, separated by just 2. And they are leading the constructors, so Ferrari doing a great job. Sam in 5th with 106. RC7, who has had 2 straight podiums, with 93. 7th is Soy Loco with 85. Jinnit with 81. He won at Belgium in that crazy race last week. Bar School in the Red Bull in 8th with 78 points, or 9th actually. And 10th is Mr. Baboon with 49 points. So you have a big gap from Bart School to Mr. Baboon. And that will round out the top 10 in points. Terminal Deity in 11th, Eric in 12th, Wolfsburg in 13th, JMG in 14th, Lit Romney in 15th, Night Monkey in 16th, and then you have Monkey Mafia, Niebuhr, and Hightower, both, all of them looking for their first point. So it looks like RC put up a fast time, a 1:19.6. That is the fastest time so far. like I said before, he has kind of been on a roll lately. 2 straight podiums, was really fast last week in Belgium, so, and as of now, he is the fastest time. Looks like Night Monkey put up a 121. Night Monkey, he was literally 1 corner away last week from getting the win at Belgium. Just made an error in the final corner and wasn't able to get it done, but it looks like he is entering Parabolica right now. Coming to the finish line. Lap. Night Monkey on the DRS straight. Going into turns 1 and 2. Heavy braking right here. So looks like Zenith put up a 1:19.79. That is 2 1,000ths off of Puff Digital. They are very close in time. So you see Puff there off to the right. Night Monkey making his way through turn 3, about to enter sector 2 into turns 4 and 5. Like I said before, very easy to invalidate there. Turns 6 and 7. And DRS is active right here. We'll catch up and see what time Night Monkey puts up. Scavney on a flying lap, like I said before, hasn't scored a single point since Britain, so he's definitely going to need to get some points tonight to not only catch up to Maverick, but also stay in second in points as both Puff, whoa, and he's in the wall, and that will end his qualifying. Scavney, big hit, and he is going to have to rebound as he definitely will not have a good starting position. Looks like Bark School starting a lap. Turns 1 and 2, got a little wide right there, and yeah, looks like he's just going to abandon that lap. Night Monkey, fantastic lap, 1:19.5. That is almost 2/10ths faster than RC. Whoa. Alright. I don't think that is the optimal line, but whatever works. Puff, looks like he's on a lap right now, went a little wide through turn 2 right there. We'll see if he can get past RC and Night Monkey. Sam in the 119. So we have 5 guys in the 119s right now. I think we'll see a couple more people. Obviously, Scavney out of the session, crashed coming out of turn 7. But it looks like Bark School on a flying lap, heading through turn 7 right now. He does a good job of having traction. Let's see who else is on an out lap. So it looks like Biga put up a 1:29.1. So he is just in the 120s. That puts him in P8, now P9, as Mr. Baboon put up a 1:19.76. He's been good at qualifying as well when he's been able to be here, and as of now he's in P3, so we really have a close gap from about 3rd to 5th. They are all separated by just 0.03 right now. So close gap there. Let's see, it looks like Bark School in the pits. Big had just completed his lap. Looks like he is saving his ERS. Maverick's best time has been a 1:21.2. He's coming to the line right now. We'll see if he can improve on that, but I can imagine he will. Only 7th, so Maverick, the championship leader, kind of mid-pack right now, but there's still a lot of time left in qualifying. Monkey Mafia, a 1:28.3, so a lot of people in the 120s. We have 7 people in the 119s, and then we have a couple people still outside of the 120s, but looks like everybody in the Tier 2 side is qualified except for Eric, and the thing with Eric, though, is that he got the pole last week in Belgium. Eric can be very sneaky in qualifying, and right now he's on an out lap, just kind of conserving his stuff, getting ready for his flying lap. We'll have to see what Eric does. Monkey Mafia looks like to be on a lap right now, potentially. We'll have to see what makes of that. So, as I mentioned before, Maverick, 7th right now on the grid and is leading the championship, but he's got a pretty good gap over Scavney, 55 points, so I don't think he really has to worry if he doesn't get a great starting spot for the race, and It will be a dry race, so we won't have to deal with any rain that the Tier 1 guys dealt with on Monday as he's heading into the pits. Zenith on an outlap just had a purple Sector 1 by almost 3/10. So, fantastic first sector for Zenith. We'll see if he can improve on his 1:19.79, and as of now, he is tracking for the pole. Speaking of pole, RC with a 1:19.24, so great stuff from the Racing Point so far. They've been really good in qualifying as of late. Wow, Zenith 4/10 up on his previous lap. All he needs to do is just... Ooh, yep, that was good. He just needs to get through Parabolica, and Zenith could easily be on pole, but it might be close with him and RC, as RC put up a 1:19.2, and that's kind of what Zenith is tracking towards right now, so we'll see what Zenith does. Going way down to the inside, coming to the finish line, and he puts up a 1:19.31, so Racing Point 1-2 right now. Really good stuff from them, and it's not even close. Night Monkey, a 1:19.5, so you have a big gap from the Racing Points down to third. Great stuff from them so far. Looks like Sam is on an outlap. Soy Loco just invalidated. Sam can do Sam. Like I said, he's very good at qualifying. Tends to qualify up front, so we'll see if he can put up a good lap. There's only 4 minutes left, so this is really when you have to get in your best laps. Sam just beginning his lap, opening up that DRS, and like I said before, turns 1 and 2 is going to be very interesting tonight. The heaviest braking point on the track goes a little wide right there. Still pretty solid, gets a little loose, so he'll have to make up some time through there. Through the Sector 1. In the turns 4 and 5, this is very easy to invalidate through here, like I mentioned before. Does a pretty solid job. We'll catch back in with him later as Night Monkey just gets ahead of RC, a 1:19.242. That is barely ahead of RC, so as once again, not taking turns 1 and 2. So, very close stuff at the top of the grid right now. I'm assuming that RC will want to go back out. He just needs a better lap time, and he will get back on top as Biga going off track, getting out of the way, it looks like. Let's catch back in with Sam here. He is about to enter Parabolica right now. Let's see what kind of time the Red Bull man can put up, and he actually abandons that lap, goes into the pits, so we'll have to wait again for another lap as Puff almost up 3/10 out of Sector 1, so Puff really tracking for pole potentially here, because all he needs is 3/10 and he will be on pole. So let's see what Puff can do. Ooh, got a little wide there through turn 6. Let's see how he does through 7. That's where Scavney lost it before, and yeah, turn 7 is going to be difficult for these guys today. Turn 7 tends to be a corner that gets you. I've had a couple races in the past in different leagues where I've actually DNF'd through there. So, oh, there he goes. And that is a hard hit, and Puff is out. So, yeah. I mean, this is what we're going to see. A lot of mistakes all day, especially through Ascari and turn 7. So, Puff out of qualifying. He will not be able to improve. He does have a good time, though, so I'm assuming he'll probably qualify around 7th or 8th in all likelihood. Mr. Baboon on an outlap, and like I said, he tends to be pretty good at qualifying too. You kind of have this group of guys who really qualify up front every week and do a good job of just not focusing on anything else, just putting your head down and putting in a good lap, and Mr. Baboon tends to do that. Tends to put up good laps in qualifying, and he could use the good qualifying spot too. He is, let's see, looks like he is in 10th in points, so yeah, he could definitely use a good starting position, and he's got a ways to go to get to Bark School in 9th. So let's see what he does as he goes through turn 11, the Parabolica area, coming to the finish line, using that overtake and putting up a 1:19.52, so just behind Puff. I'm sure he'll do another lap right here, even though his tires are slightly worn. Maverick is kind of surprising me right now. 1:19.99, down in 8th place. I'm sure he won't want to start there. That is not the ideal starting place here at Italy. I think you either want to be at the very front or the very back. Obviously, you're going from 200 miles an hour down to basically 0, so... Maverick, not even close through Sector 1 based on his previous lap, goes wide and he's in the wall. A lot of guys making mistakes here in qualifying, and Maverick is out and he's actually sitting right in the middle of the track. It doesn't look like anybody is coming his way, but that is definitely a shame for Maverick. He's going to have to start probably around 9th or 10th. Looks like Zenith... Oh, RC went around, so guys making mistakes all over the place. Zenith in Sector 3 right now, about to go through Parabolica. Qualifying has just ended, so this will be his lap. Goes very wide, and that will do it. Does not look like will improve. Let's just see. Yeah, no. Like I said before, RC made a mistake, so his qualifying is over. Mr. Baboon in the pits. Sam on a flyer right now, a little bit behind. So he's going to want to pick it up through Ascari and Parabolica here in Sector 3. Oh, loose. We saw, I think that was, who was it before? Somebody crashed through turn 10. But it looks like Sam will back out, so I believe, yeah, I believe this is it. So a lot of errors in qualifying, really, really surprising, and a lot of them from the top guys in the championship too. You got Maverick in 8th. You got Puff. Puff got lucky. He will be starting in 4th after crashing out, so he didn't lose any spots actually. But you have Scavney. Scavney starting in 10th. He definitely needed a good qualifying spot with Maverick starting in front of him. And with Scavney not scoring a point in 3 weeks, he's definitely going to need to improve. Looks like Monkey Mafia still in a lap possibly. Nope, going in the pits, so that will do it. It looks like Night Monkey looking to redeem himself from last week, spinning out in the final corner, and he'll be on pole for the race. Let's go through the grid right now. Like I said, Night Monkey on pole, RC7 in 2nd, Zenith in 3rd, so once again the Racing Point's really doing a good job in qualifying. Puff in 4th, great start from him. He is really closing in on Scavney for 2nd in the standings, and also has Biga just 2 points behind him, so he is really going to need a good starting position for this race, and he got it starting up in P4 after crashing out. So he's really lucky to be that far up after losing out on a lot of time in qualifying. As we'll go through the rest of the grid eventually. This is it's a good time for Jeopardy music. Yeah, speaking of Jeopardy, rest in peace Alex Trebek, man. That sucks. Yeah, I still can't believe that. As we are still in loading. Oh, all right, no starting order, I guess. So, I think this will be a good time for predictions. My predictions tend to be a curse. I bring this up every week, but they don't work out well for the guys that I pick. So, first, I'm going to go with Night Monkey. Night Monkey came very close last week, and I think is looking for redemption today. So, I think Night Monkey will get it done. I'm going to go with Puff in 2nd. Puff seemed pretty fast in qualifying, made that error, crashed out, but I think Puff will do good. And then I want to go with Sam in 3rd. I think Sam, like I said, qualified pretty well, does a good job in qualifying, and I think he'll have a good race as well. But for the people watching, just leave a prediction down in the chat, and I'll probably respond to it. But yeah, so obviously, if you're just tuning in, Packer is not here. So I'll be I'll be the captain of the ship, doing this by myself. And yeah, if there's anything I can take away from Monday's Tier 1 race, is definitely tire wear. I know the conditions were wet on Monday, but tire wear is definitely something to keep in mind. So yeah, definitely keep in mind for that. Turn one is turn one might be disastrous. Obviously, you have one of the heaviest braking points in all of Formula One. In turn one, you were going from about 200 miles an hour down to basically 0. So you'll have to watch out, see if any wings get broken off. Looks like we have JX going with Puff. That is a good choice. I think I've put Puff in my podium the last few weeks, and he's I think he hasn't broken the curse. Hasn't broken my commentator's curse, so Crazy Ragazzi, yeah. Yeah, that would be appropriate. The Ferrari winning in Italy, that would be good. Yeah, so if anyone has any predictions, just leave them down in the chat. And like I said, hopefully my predictions don't come back to to haunt me, as looks like we are readying up. And like I said, I'll get to the rest of the order. For whatever reason, the the game didn't want to show the order after qualifying, so I'll go through the rest of the order here shortly, in about 10 seconds. So yeah, we'll see what the order looks like, and I bet we'll have some guys starting at the back that will make their way to the front. Scavney and Maverick kind of midfield for the start of this race. So we'll see what we can do here, as we'll go through the order. So Night Monkey on pole, RC7 in second, Jinnit in third, Puff in fourth, Mr. Baboon starting in 5th, Soy Loco starting in 6th, Sam 7th, and then you have Maverick, the championship leader, down in 8th place. Kind of surprising for him to be down there in 8th, but with his race pace, I'm sure he'll find a way to the front. His teammate Wolfsburg in 9th, Scavney in 10th, second in the championship, hasn't scored a single point since Britain, so he'll need to score a boatload of points today to try and catch back up to Maverick, but it's kind of looking like a lost cause right now with only 7? Yeah, only, I think 7 races after this that are left. Eric in 11th. Eric tends to find his way to the front after starting outside the top 10, so we'll see what he can do. Bark School in 12th, Lit Romney, Eric's teammate, in 13th, Monkey Mafia in 14th, Terminal Deity 15th, Arbiga down in 16th, 4th in the standing down at the U end, Adriel Lockdock 18th. Very interesting. We should be set to go. Looks like Adriel Lockdock just forming up the grid right now. So here we go. Night Monkey at the start. The lights are out and we are heading down into turn 1. We'll see if any carbon fiber goes flying. Oh, some carbon fiber does go flying. About midfield, lots of contact, and there's a safety car already. Lots of contact being made. So a lot of issues already at the start of the race, and we have a safety car right off the bat. It's here. Because the safety car coming out on lap 1 will just really mess things up with tire strategy, and so will really be ideal in the situations. Monkey Mafia. Oh, is he putting on softs? Serving a penalty, but is he... Interesting decision to put the softs on. Looks like Wolfsburg putting on the hards. That is not a bad strategy. Looks like he's going to the end of the race potentially. JXW put on the hards. Now looks like the order is sorting itself out. GP pitted for the hards. Eric, interesting. So we have some guys who started on the softs that are just pitting for the softs again. I think that is a very interesting move. To go and do that, so